Kevin Davis from Detailer's Helper, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm just shooting sort of a selfie video here before we take off for our 2,500 mile trek to Florida. I've had a couple of conversations on Facebook about this whole engine block cooking thing, which is a tradition for us. Every time we head down to Florida, it's about a 40-hour drive, and what we usually do is we pick a lunch or a dinner or something like that to just go ahead and throw some hot dogs on the engine block. This is sort of old school. They used to do this a lot back in the 50s and 60s, and I always thought it was sort of a fun tradition. So I wanted to give you a little bit of a hint on how to do this if you want to do it yourself. This is sort of the preparatory phase. It's too cold outside for us to do it right now, so what we're going to end up doing is I'll prepare it now, put it in the cooler, and then I'll shoot again probably in a couple of days when we get down south and we can actually have temperatures that are a little bit better. Somewhere in the 60s and 70s ambient temperature is good, so then as the engine block is heating the food up, it won't get cold by the air passing over it. So I'll cut here and show you how to prepare the food. Alright, so ordinarily I would obviously be in the kitchen preparing this, but I brought this in just to show you this. This is in my office. I try to keep things simple. You can get pretty fancy. I know Mythbusters did a full-on Thanksgiving dinner on their on doing it, but we're just gonna stick with hot dogs here. So I've got your all-American Oscar Mayer beef hot dogs here. You can either put them in a plastic bag and then wrap them in foil. What I do is I double wrap foil. I've already cut out a couple of pieces here, so I'll wrap those up and we'll get those prepared. If you're running fuel injection, you don't have to worry as much about smell and chemical taste and all that stuff. If you run an old school car with carb, I would probably suggest you put them in a thick, like a freezer bag or something like that that's got thick and won't sides and won't melt. So let's take a look. All right, so Kenzie, my daughter came in to help me. My dogs are going crazy because they want to eat this stuff, but I'm going to show you how to fold this stuff up. So go ahead and fold it. So basically you're going to make two pockets, one pocket like this, then we'll flip that over and double pocket it, and so you get a double layer of foil that keeps sort of the all the juices and stuff inside, and also keeps everything protected from the elements. Alright, so there you go. We've got our package all ready to go. So what we'll end up doing is we'll shoot again when we get down south a little bit farther, and I'll show you where to put it on the engine block, give you some information on how to do it. So I thought this would be kind of fun, something you don't see every day. Alright guys, good morning. Excuse my appearance. I've been in the car for about 40 hours now, so we're getting ready to do our hot dogs here on the engine block, and so I wanted to show you where they go. Sorry about the wind noise on my engine block on this Denali. Right there, there's a little flat spot, and that's where you want to put it. You want to find a flat spot. Some people might want to put it near the exhaust manifold, but there's really no place to put that, so I just use the flat spot right on top of the intake. We're going to be driving probably 250 miles before we get to where we're going to stop. So I'm going to put those in there, and we'll see how they turn out. So there you have it. My little foil pack is just sticking right, just sitting on top of that, and it'll ride there pretty well. So I've got it shoved in there, and they won't fall out. So like I said, ordinarily we would just do this and then have a little picnic or whatever. Because of weather, we're about 250 miles from our house there in Florida, and what we'll end up doing is we'll just have lunch at the house. So I will show you what that looks like when we get there. Alright, so after about 270 miles, these things are piping hot. So I took those out, unwrapped them all, and we're good to go. So I should have done a video on how not to smash the buns, but other than that, I think we look pretty good. So that's how you do a couple of hot dogs on an engine block. Took about 275 miles. They turned out great, and it was easy peasy. So now we're here. Got here after 40-something hours in the car, able to eat lunch right away, and we're ready to go. So I'm Kevin Davis with Detailer's Helper, doing what I do so you can do what you do better. Thanks a lot.